Alright, hello everybody, this is Grim, and welcome back to Twisted Metal Head-On Extra Twisted Edition. We've played through Twisted Metal Head-On. We've played through Twisted Metal Lost. We did a Sweet Tooth and Gold Tooth playthrough. And I showed off 12 packing of a video. But it's Twisted Metal The Dark Past.
The way I would describe Twisted Metal, a super high-action car combat game.
Okay, well that's documentary on the making of Twisted Metal 1, The Lost Ending movies. These end and win movies were removed from the original Twisted Metal before the game was released. They were presented here for the first time. Alright, let me just pick a random one here. Let's go for Thumper.
What was the prize you were requesting?
You know the deal, Calypso. I signed your contract. Let's get this over with.
Gentlemen, I'm not the one who kidnapped your girlfriend. But as promised, she is here, perfectly safe.
Bruce! Bruce! What's happening?
See? One big happy family. And just to show you how much I care, I've even done you the favor of bringing your real enemy directly to you.
What am I doing here? Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Thanks, Calypso. I told you before I was finished doing your hits for you.
You don't have to do this, man. You don't have to do this. I'm sorry about the girl, man. You don't have to do this.
Cross me again, it's over.
Thank you, man.
Thank you, man.
Thank you.
Thanks, Calypso.
That was anticlimactic.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. Oh my god, that was awesome. Okay. So Dark Past is just a documentary you can watch on YouTube. Lost Ending movies, you can find those on YouTube. What is Sweet Tour? Asylum. Oh my god, that is a terrible looking Sweet Tooth model. Okay, so they dropped us in a vat of what looks like sewage. Oh my god, there's a jump delay. A circle I can punch. We have to collect 29 of something. Oh no, I'm getting a lot closer look than I ever wanted to. Camera's inverted. Inverted controls, so I have no idea what I'm doing here. I can slow walk with R2. Alright, well, I mean, let's try and collect whatever this thing we need to find is. Well, there's 29 of them apparently, so just such a terrible jump. I hate how he like skeets across the floor whenever he does that. I ain't seeing nothing though, so press X to view factoid. The Black That Never Was. An entire on foot section was planned and never released Twisted Metal Black Part 2. In those sections, players would have selected both Sweet Tooth and the Preacher and gone on foot to perform a variety of character-based missions. What you see here is all that remains of those foot missions. The animation is crude, the art is not final, and there is little gameplay. Still, we thought you would enjoy this behind-the-scenes look at what might have been. See if you can locate all the glowing Sweet Tooth heads in each level. Well, in the level. Each head will reveal more about the past in the Twisted Metal series. Thanks for playing our game and exploring the Twisted Past with us. Yours truly, the Twisted Metal team. Oh. Come on. View factoid. Twisted Metal levels begin life in one of two ways. Someone has an idea for a cool setting, and the team comes up with gameplay for that setting. Someone has an idea for a cool battleground shape that would lead to fun gameplay. As you can see from these images, many levels start as very simple shape sketches and expand out to highly detailed maps. Most of these maps are from Twisted Metal 1 and 2. Alpine level. Oh, there's Cyberbia. Intergalactic communications dish. Okay. Electrical rooms. I saw there was a factoid around in there, so let's go collect this real quick. Oh, branching paths. The origins of Sweet Tooth. This is concept art for Twisted Metal 2. As you can see, the city rooftops level originally included flying Sweet Tooth helicopters as bosses, an idea that would not be implemented until Twisted Metal Black. The Dark Side vs. Sweet Tooth image marks the first time an artist gave the ice cream truck head a living personality. Seeing the clown such an evil personality inspired the team to flesh out the driver of the truck itself, applying the vibe of the head on the truck to the driver inside. Can I open any of these doors? None of them are open either, so just kind of making our way around. What? Oh, there's a factoid right here. Battle in your own backyard. This concept art for Twisted Metal Head On builds on the theme established back in Twisted Metal 1, destroying the familiar. The team always felt that car combat battles would be more fun and satisfying if they took place in your own backyard. This is why the suburbs has been a staple of the series. The team assumed most players would be suburban dwellers and would enjoy destroying the very place in which they lived. The fairgrounds is another variation on the destroy what is familiar theme. Rec room. I've already viewed this factoid. 7 of 29, Dark Tooth design. These are rough designs for Dark Tooth and Tower Tooth in Twisted Metal Head On. These are a long way off from the original Dark Tooth in Twisted Metal 2, which was basically the Sweet Tooth ice cream truck scaled up to a giant size and with a huge number of hit points. With each title, it gets harder and harder to design a Sweet Tooth boss that is unique and special enough to be a boss character, while still retaining the core elements of a very simple ice cream truck design. The pit. We've been to the pit, haven't we? Interior. Oh, this is new. Let's do this. 8 of 29, hover cars. Focus test reception was so poor for Twisted Metal 1 that the team explored the option of turning the vehicles into hover cars for the sequel. It was believed that the focus test results were poor because control of the Twisted Metal 1 vehicles was too confusing and frustrating. The team felt hover vehicles would be easier to control and more user-friendly. However, once the positive reviews and fan reaction to Twisted Metal 1 came in, the team decided to stick with standard vehicles. So, 9 out of 29, selling the vision. While the development team may be excited about making a game, other folks need to be just as excited in order for the game to get the support it needs in various departments: marketing, sales, PR, etc. The following images were created to sell the vision of Twisted Metal to other departments within Sony. I need to go back, because down by the pit, Control room. Oh. Y'all know. Oh! And that's, what, over the pit? View factoid. 14 of 29 Shu 3D model. These are 3D models of Sony Computer Entertainment America's Vice President Shuhei Yoshida, Sony Santa Monica Studios head Alan Becker. The team placed the characters in the game as homage to the executives responsible for some of Sony's biggest hit games. And my first instinct was to punch him. Already seen that factoid. Right. Okay, so it is literally a giant circle. I'm trying to go back to find one fact that I think I missed. Did I miss any facts? Nope, I'm just back at the start. I'm stupid. Is there anything in the electrical room? I think I went down the electrical pathway. Went down that pathway. So we go down the electrical route. Does anything change? Electrical. Ah, here we are. Okay, there is another fact down there. 3 out of 29. The need for concept art. Concept art is used to aid the game's modelers, showing them what the world they're building should look like. Concept art is also used to sell the core ideas of the level, helping everyone involved with the emotional feel the level should evoke. Sometimes, as you can see from these images, concept art reaches a finished, polished state. Other times the art is just a rough sketch meant to indicate layout, perspective, or mood. So we got, what, 9? So we have to go through here. Went up and around the bend so many times, I have no idea where all I've been. We have the factoid around the corner. Already nabbed. There's the rec room. Okay, here we go. We got a factoid in the rec room. 6 out of 29. Crazy cars. These are cars that were too far removed from reality to exist in the Twisted Metal universe. In the same way the team wanted players to fight on battlegrounds they could relate to, they also felt it necessary to create cars that people would see driving around in real life. Without these reality-grounding elements, the game would never have resonated with such a large audience. These images did not fit into that vision and were therefore cut from the game. That's a dang lawnmower. What? What? It's like dang Mad Max. You're telling me that was meant to be in Twisted Metal? That crazy crap? I don't understand those wacky game designers. Of the pit. Control room's that way. We've already been up into the control room. So what's up here? Cafeteria. We already checked the cafeteria. View factoid. We got this factoid. Down here. Got that one too. Ah, here we are. 10 of 29. The evolution of Sweet Tooth. As you can see from the photograph taken during the filming of the Twisted Metal 1 end movies, Sweet Tooth was at the start simply a circus clown. He did not even have his trademark flaming hair. By Twisted Metal Black, the classic look of Sweet Tooth had emerged. From chicken scratch sketches to fully blown CG character models, no expense was spared bringing this mashed up character to its current incarnation. boiler. Check the boiler room. "1129, beginning of an idea. These are sketches of various play ideas drawn over the course of Twisted Metal's 10-year history. Hundreds of pages of game design notes were created with various members of the team contributing to the game's design. Many elements of the Twisted Metal series arose from these sorts of rapidly sketched, spur-of-the-moment bursts of inspiration." Exit. Could leave, but we need to loop back around because there's something over here, I think. Yep. Okay, wait. No, because you gotta go... We went... You go down here, you get nothing. You go through the boiler, you get a factoid. I would have thought there'd be something over here. But no, we just have to head to the exit. Oh, the factoid. 1229, the prison ship. From rough sketch to finished level, these images show the progress a level goes through as it grows from an idea to a fully functioning battleground. Oftentimes, as shown in the double image, a simple 3D level is handed over to a concept artist who will draw on top of the 3D art, creating the details to transform a level from a dull world of gray shaded blocks to a believable 3D battleground. Oh wait, this is yeah, no, it's Blackfield Asylum from Black. Another fact up here. 13 of 29, going wacky. Designing a new finished Twisted Metal game, there always seems to be a desire to go wacky with car designs. It's a temptation the team has always resisted, going wacky while generating a laugh or two would hurt the thematic integrity of the title. Here are some fun but wacky vehicle designs felt too silly to include in the Twisted Metal universe. Dang tractor. Go-karts. Ooh. Back here for... No. Stairs here. Go to the pranks to go to impound lot. Okay. Okay. There's one right there. You can't go back to the asylum. So, we got 14 in the asylum, we have 15 down here in the impound lot, I hope. 15 of 29, Twisted Metal Rejects. For a vehicle that makes it into a new Twisted Metal game, there are 20 or more that end up in the reject file. Sometimes a vehicle gets cut because it's too similar to another vehicle already chosen for the game. Other times a vehicle is rejected because it looks bad from the game's behind the car view. Here are some vehicles that over the years found their way onto the yes list several times, only to be cut from the game at the last moment. How did that make it onto the list? Fire truck. Oh, okay, I see. So that's how they got Warthog special in Black, or Minions one of the two. Is that limousine? Predator car. Definitely see the inspiration. Oh, good lord. This is so dang clunky. What's in here? Another fact. 16 of 29, the evolution of Axel. Axel was inspired by a game tester on Twisted Metal 1. The tester suggested a vehicle with a cage sandwiched between two giant wheels. The man would sit inside the cage and control the vehicle. The idea of a man strapped between the two massive tires grew from this poor idea. This concept art shows how Axel evolved from that initial concept to the stable Twisted Metal character he has since become. Right. 17 of 29, vehicle concept art. Attempts are always made to give Twisted Metal vehicles a flourish that will elevate them from simple cars into full-blown characters. But balance is necessary. Too much flourish and the fantasy of car combat is false. Too little and the vehicles feel generic and bland. In these images, notice the drooping headlights on the taxi that suggest a tired, worn-out character. Even the smiley face on the tow truck's wrecking ball is took to spice up what would otherwise be a generic, thus dull vehicle. So, I've already looked at that fact. Over here, no. Or can I jump up here? No. 18 of 29, traps. The on-foot levels on Twisted Metal Black 2 were slated to contain various platforming gameplay challenges, like the one you see before you. Collision on the traps, as well as the careful timing needed for any platforming play challenge, was never completed. This is why you can walk through any of the traps and platform challenges in this level and not get hurt. Enjoy. We won't go easy on you next time. There was never a next time, unfortunately. Also, how are you supposed to actually platform this whenever your jumps have so much delay? Then you also, when you go to jump, you kind of slide on the air a bit. 19 of 29. What would Sweet Tooth do? Notice the trash cans on the front of the truck. These images from Twisted Metal Black show an attempt to create a world where contestants used what they had around them in order to fortify and defend their vehicles. Stepping away from the fantasy-based Twisted Metal 1 and 2, where cars battled with no armor at all, Black attempted to create a more realistic version of what a Twisted Metal contest would be like in the real world. Oh, wait, this bit right here. Okay, never mind. I just hop over barbed wire. Oh my god, this camera. Oh, we got factoid. Ugh. These images show concept art for a shopping mall, a freeway, and city rooftops. 3 locales that come up for discussion each time the team makes a new Twisted Metal game. Rooftop and freeway levels seem to make it into every title, but the shopping mall discussed as far back as Twisted Metal 1 has never made it into a Twisted game. The challenge has always been having enough texture space so the shop fronts inside the mall would look different from one another. With limited texture space, the game would have to repeat the same hobby shop storefront, for example, over and over. In a game where split screen is a huge factor, not being able to glance at your opponent's screen and know which of the 10 hobby shop storefronts he's racing past makes for really bad gameplay. Well, okay. It's 20 of 29. We're almost done. But this just feels wrong. This mode feels so wrong. Did I run back here? Oh, we got crushers here. Just run straight through it, okay. 21 of 29. Pitfalls of concept artists. One of the pitfalls of having amazing concept artists on the team is that people get swept up in the drama of an image and forget that the actual game, no matter how good the graphics, will never look like the art. It's not a graphics issue, it's a camera perspective issue. The game should not be played from the dramatic camera shown in these images. Because of this, the finished levels, some having graphics very close to the concept art, lack the same punch that the concept art delivered. What is... We got another factoid here. 22 of 29. Same body, different skin. Oftentimes, a car will be chosen to go into the game, but the debate over the skin that covers the car's body will go on for months after. In Twisted Metal Black, the black and white police car became Crazy 8, the rusted red old-time stock car. The other image is Severed Sam's modern-day race car, seen in the bonus Twisted Metal Black levels. This car went through many color variations before the team settled on the final color choice. Ooh. There's pitfalls here. What is this meant to be? Here we go. 23 of 29. Game design. Game design concepts are usually sketched out or paper designed to determine if they will be worth putting into the game. Here are some gameplay specific images, including interactive billboards that never made it into Twisted Metal Black, the much hated hover cops from Twisted Metal 1, and a whole slew of gameplay concepts from a designer's sketchbook. If you look closely at the sketches, you can see the initial concept art for the ejector seat play mechanic that found its way into Twisted Metal Black. Eat your noodles! It's like a, what's it called? It's like a Jonan Vasquez piece. Smoking cars on the streets. Yeah, I see the ejector seat there. Okay. Okay, the music is completely stopped. I don't know if my mic went on mute or like... Did the game just stop giving music? This game is so much scarier when it doesn't have music, man. It's like, you know, you're not supposed to be here. It's so much harder whenever you think of it like that. We've already been here. Where are we meant to go? Because we go back here. There's nothing over here. There ain't nothing special through there. Climb the ladder. We have factoid 23. When you go around. Thing is, we already passed through there. Oh, here we go. Factoid right here. 25 of 29, the ice cream truck. The ice cream truck designed for Twisted Metal Black took 6 months to design, with over 300 concept sketches done before the team locked on the final version. In the following images, you can see the attention to detail that went to everything, choosing the right clown head to figuring out what was inside the back of the truck itself. You can also see the original art of the ice cream truck, labeled Demonic Ice Cream Truck, that was designed well before the character of Sweet Tooth was even conceived. There's still ambiance here, but a lot of it's factoid. Is it down here? What is it? 24 of 29. Evolution of Mr. Grimm. Grimm began life as a mysterious... Okay, I'm not going to say that. On a motorbike. From there, as these images show, the team flirted with giving Grimm an animated skeleton riding shotgun in the sidecar. There was also the concept of a decaying department store mannequin sidekick. One version of Grimm showed him as a man wearing the head of a slaughtered bull on his head. That's where they got Minion in black. I see. Fresh spins on old characters is one of the trademarks of the Twisted Metal series, keeping the characters and stories fresh from game to game. Yeah, no, that's definitely where they got the Minion thing. Man. Wait, I went backwards. What are you doing, Fatso? Come on. Wait, did I go backwards? Is there a... Okay, that's... Yeah. We'll save here. That factoid. It's 25 of 29. Climb the ladder here. Let's see. There's nothing hiding from us so far. Janky searchlights. There's a factoid right there, but what if there's... yeah, there's one right around the corner right here. 26 of 29 in-game art. These are two posters designed to go into the game world of Twisted Metal 1. The image of Calypso can be found in the arena level of the first Twisted Metal. The image of the hover cop admonishing players of Urban Assault, the game's title when it was in production, did not make it into the game. Then we have a factoid over here. What's this one? 28 of 29 moody characters. World of Twisted Metal has inspired a great deal of moody concept art. Oftentimes the art is designed solely to convey the mood of the game, never intended to be used for game production. The following images show some of the moodier art created for the series. The last image is a storyboard from the Evangelist sequence in Brimstone's end movie from Twisted Metal Black. So hold on. That's Spectre. It's Bloody Mary on the left. And then Dollface, who drives Darkseid on the right. There's another one of Spectre. Sweet Tooth there. Sweet Tooth versus the... about to be... Well, no, the Preacher's about to get murdered. Okay, so... Sweet Tooth was supposed to kill the Preacher. What is this? 27 of 29. Twisted Metal 2 Master Maps. Once the level is laid out, concept artists create a high-level map of the entire battlefield. The image helps team members get a good sense of the level as a whole, as well as capturing the visual mood and feel the level should have. The following images are high-level master maps from Twisted Metal 2. Oh, that's Amazonia. I know... Thing is, I know pretty much nothing about Twisted Metal 2. All I know is that that is Amazonia. One of the best levels in the series. Yet I've never played it. 20... Oh, this is the last one. 29 of 29. The Lost Toys. Over the years, toy companies have routinely approached Sony hoping to get the go-ahead to create a line of Twisted Metal toys. From action figures to collectible cars, many companies have expressed interest in bringing the Twisted Metal universe into the world of toys. While there are currently no plans for a Twisted Metal toy line, the following images show some of the prototype toys made in hopes of bringing final toys to the market. So that's Mr. Grimm from Black, Sweet Tooth from Black, collectible Sweet Tooth ice cream truck. Alright. Congratulations, you have achieved all of the objectives. My game was not muted, it just bugged. So, in Sweet Tour... Well, no, in Harbor City, the impound lot level was meant to end when you got your car, and then you could play part of Sweet Tooth's story. But anyway, that's pretty much everything. We've beat every character's story in Twisted Metal head-on, seen every ending. We played through Twisted Metal Lost, actually twice. We've done Sweet Tour, and we watched one of the ending movies. I'm not going to upload the whole Dark Past documentary because you can find it on YouTube. And I'm not going to upload the Lost Ending movies because, once again, you can find this on YouTube. Sweet Tour isn't really talked about as much, though. So, the video you're seeing now is really just digging up old history. But you know what? That shall be the final video of Twisted Metal Head-On Extra Twisted Edition. If y'all enjoyed this absolute monster of a series, end of this episode by proxy, give it a like, give it a share, give it a sub. And until next time, I'll see y'all probably on Mega Man X8. I'm thinking of doing that as the next series on my channel. Anyway, peace out, gamers.